How the fellow human, are you sick and tired of horrible teams? Do you just want to have some stupid fun without having to care about what tank you're playing or whatever? Then this list is the one for you, because this is the 5 top meme tanks of World of Tanks Blitz. And the number 1 is the Duck. Now, a little bit of history about the Duck. It started off as a light tank in the tech tree a long time ago. This tiny little French vehicle is far from a light tank, though it is extremely heavily armored for a tier 4 and is also extremely slow. So it's not really a light tank, but that adds to the meme factor. Now it's a collector tank that you can randomly and rarely get in the battle pass. So it is still obtainable, but it's very unlikely that you could get it. And to be fair, it's a tier 4, why would you care? But hear me out. It's got a high alpha damage gun. It's not quite a derp gun, but it is very high alpha damage, so it is having the perfect blueprint for being a meme tank. It's got the stupid armor. It's got a pretty stupid gun with horrible shell velocity, which means that hitting anything is, well, good luck. And then, in the end, no one can pen you, as we will see very soon in this battle right here. Because, here's the thing. Tier 4 teams, they're no better than tier 10 teams, but at least you know that they're going to be horrible and you can expect them to be bad, because at tier 10 you would want to expect people that are somewhat semi-competent in what they're doing. At tier 4, however, you know that everyone is absolutely horrible, besides the seal clubbers. And that's the armor I'm talking about. What are you going to do? Pen it? Not really. It's going to take quite a lot of effort to get through that vehicle, and it can't even pen itself with premium rounds in a lot of cases. What the hell are little tier 3s going to do? Now, unfortunately, if you happen to be 1v5, you're not going to be able to do much. But, let's just have a look at this situation right here. I'm on very little HP, yet they still can't pen me. Bounce after bounce after bounce. Another one. It's a meme. Now at number 2, we have this absolute abomination of a vehicle that is slowly climbing up a hill at 8 kilometers an hour, pretending to be a light tank. Now this is a German tier 3 light tank with 80mm of all-round armor, and it is pretty flat and boring. So it's German. It's unlike the American tanks, which are all very round. If you look at the T-135, if you look at the M40 pattern, they're all very round at the bottom. So there's a lot of Anyway, so this vehicle is a complete and utter meme. Not because it's good, because it isn't. It hasn't been good for about the last 5 years since they changed all the lower tiers to actually have any form of penetration, while this thing doesn't. You really need APCR to pen anything above tier 3, so I'm shooting APCR at this tier 4 light tank here because I can't pen it with AP, which is just absolutely insane. So if you do want to sink your credits down a sink, then this is the tank for you. If you happen to have about 200 million credits and don't know what to do with them, then this could be an option to get rid of them. But then again, there are better ways to do that, like selling the E50M 7-8 times. That works. Definitely do that. So yeah, this thing is an absolute other joke. A tiny little autocannon at tier 3 that fires pretty much exclusively APCR, has the mobility of a dead horse, and the armor that was supposed to be extremely effective, but now really isn't, because any tier 3 with a somewhat decent gun and about 100mm of penetration is going to go straight through it. You really have a vehicle that is... Why? Why does it still exist in this game? Why does this vehicle have to be real? It could have just been sent off to the tank graveyard and let there and rot. But no, it's still there, still reminding you that whatever you do in Blitz, whatever tank you play, you will always have more fun playing anything else than if you play this. What is number 3 about? Well, that. The F325B 183, which is what happens when a British engineer puts the wrong spice into his tea, and you end up with this vehicle right here, which is the ultimate meme of tier 10, a 183mm gun. That shot here, by the way, mounted on a chassis that never existed, obviously, because what the hell do you need a 183mm gun for? I mean, you have a plane, you can just throw a rocket or something, you don't need that. But then again, it's British, so competence has never been their thing. Anyway, so at this point, we have a vehicle that can sling 1,300 alpha damage Hesh rounds at the enemy with 230mm of penetration at an accuracy of Maybe it'll hit, but probably not. And a reload time that is longer than it takes for you to boil tea. Now, does it have any armor? No. Does it have any mobility? No. Is it the worst tank by stats in tier 10? Yes, it is. And that's kind of what makes it a meme. It's impossible to balance this vehicle because a 930 alpha damage AP round and a 1300 alpha damage Hesh round is something that you can't really balance around because you can essentially one-shot some tier 9s if they get hit once by one of your teammates. So, ouch. Also, you can just sort of drive by an AMX and put 1400 damage into him because you might as well. So, this vehicle is truly something interesting because it's a very one-sided vehicle. Sometimes it goes great, sometimes you have an excellent time, sometimes you get absolutely and utterly wrecked because this thing only knows offense. It can't defend itself. What is it gonna do? It can't run, it can't tank any damage. All it can do is sit there, wait 20 seconds, and then aim for another 5 seconds and make your life miserable. Or miss. More likely miss. It's definitely gonna miss. Now, miss is what we don't do with the SU-152, because even though the power of Stellinium is a complete and utter meme, and the guy is a complete and despicable bastard, the SU-152, that is not even a tank destroyer. It's designed to, like, destroy bunkers and things like that, which is why you don't need accuracy, because what is a bunker gonna do? Run away? I think not. So, yeah, you don't have any accuracy here, but it's a meme, because it's a tank destroyer at tier 7 with a 152mm gun and 960 HE damage. And you can do that. So, it is quite incredible what you can get done with this tank. But, just like the vehicle we had before, armor and mobility, what are those? Do we need them? No, because the gun itself is enough. Now, this isn't a smasher, really, but it kind of does have the same gun. It has got higher penetration heat rounds, high damage HE rounds, and their AP rounds. But it doesn't have a turret, so it's basically the non-premium smasher. And does that make it amazing? Well, it still doesn't have any armor. The smasher does have some armor, especially against tier 6s, while this one doesn't. It only has armor on the gun mantlet, and then you have to be very incompetent to miss the rest of the tank and then somehow hit the gun mantlet. So, you know, just aim like that. It's not hard, is it? Just focus. Think what you're gonna do next. Okay? This game's not that hard. All you're gonna do is use your brain a little bit. What's gonna happen in the next 5 seconds? Where am I? What am I doing? Whatever. It's pretty easy. I'm bored for years. But you can see that. I'm not drunk, but I'm in a mood. So, anyway. I'm trying something different, okay? Anyway, the SU-152, a vehicle that is a complete and utter meme. I mean, if I'm talking about meme tanks, I might as well make the voiceover a meme, so whatever. You see that? It's insane. So, it can work, but in a lot of cases, it will still let you down, just like all your friends will. Now, number 5. Aim, aim, miss. Aim, miss. Aim, boom. Aim, dead. That's the KV2. Number 5, and the most meme tank of all meme tanks, because this thing is garbage. This is not a good tank. Because the penetration is bad, the DPM is bad, the accuracy is bad, the mobility is bad, and the armor is bad, the gun depression is bad. It's all bad. But it's got HE with 960 alpha damage, and the AP rounds that don't pin anything. Now, unlike the Smasher, this thing suffers from a lot of downsides. But that is what makes it even more of a meme, because if it works extremely well. But if it doesn't work, then you have one of the worst tier 6s, well, besides the ARL V39, but still, that doesn't exist to me. Cheese. So, it's a true and utter meme, and it always will be. 152mm gun at tier 6, mounted on a heavy tank that is underpowered and under-armored, fit for a purpose that isn't relevant in Blitz. And if it were real, you couldn't fire this vehicle sideways, because the turret would fall off. So realistically, it's a complete and utter meme in reality. And it's a meme in Blitz too. Look at that. It's insane. But, nonetheless, should you get it? Probably not. If you want to go to the Soviet tech tree, the KV1S is the better option. So, not really. And then, what are you going to do in the end? Is hope and pray to whatever thing you believe in that you might hit. Otherwise, you die.